Hi, today I'm going to teach you how to make coffee. There's 4 main drinks we're going to go over today, and that's going to teach you the basics. The first one is going to be our latte. It's going to be in the larger cup, followed by the cappuccino, the macchiato, and then of course an espresso shot. To learn how to make these, we're going to get started with the espresso shot because that's going to be the base of all our drinks. So we'll head over to the espresso machine. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and grab our portafilter. That's what that guy is, and put it right underneath the grinder. This grinder should be preset for you, so it should automatically dispense the right amount of coffee. Once you've got that, you're gonna head over to your tamping station. When you're tamping, what you wanna do is you wanna get that espresso really packed down in an even way. I like to push with the pad of my hand. First, I'll kind of flatten it, and then I'm gonna use my fingers to try to get the edges of the tamp even with the sides of the portafilter. So I'll make sure that it's even all the way around, it has good pressure, so that portafilter is meshing evenly. And then once I've got it all kind of ironed out in there, I'll tap off any excess back in, do a little tamp, and you should have a flat mound. Then you can go ahead and put that into the espresso machine and start pulling your shot. The length that you're gonna pull your shot for, I like to go based off the color of the espresso. So it's gonna start off a darker brown once you flip that switch. And this is probably not the best portafilter to be using, but once it gets to that cream color right there, that's whenever we're gonna go ahead and start shutting off that drip. So that's how you know that you've pulled it. That cream color is called crema. That's gonna give you a good espresso shot, and that's gonna be the base of all your drinks. Now we're moving on to steamed milk. So you're gonna pour your milk up to that little divot. Right around that little divot is where you're gonna stop with your milk. Then you're gonna take that indented section and line it up with your steaming wand. When you're steaming, you're going to be able to create either just steamed milk or milk foam. If you lower the wand into the milk, you're going to be heating it up, making steamed milk. If you raise it, you're going to be making milk foam. And that's whenever that milk is going to start stretching and growing as you make that milk foam, filling up more of the cup. Once you're done, you're going to take a wet rag that you should always have on hand, wipe off that steam wand, and then you're going to purge it. That's just splashing that. It is hot, so be careful, but that keeps the machine from getting clogged and breaking. Next up, we are going to take our milk. We have steamed milk and we have milk foam. So we're going to tap out those bubbles in there and move on over to make our macchiato. So a macchiato is gonna have a shot of espresso. So we're just gonna use this same shot of espresso as the base. And then it's gonna have mostly be comprised of espresso and a little milk foam. I did add just a teeny tiny bit of steamed milk in there before taking a spoon to scoop that milk foam on top of that macchiato. Every time you make a drink, you're gonna start in the cup with the espresso as your base. Normally you would just put the cup at the espresso machine and go ahead and pour the espresso directly into the cup. But for this video, we're doing it a little different. So once you get that milk foam in there, I went ahead and topped it off, and that is gonna be our macchiato. It's gonna have a little bit of espresso, a little bit of milk foam in that second smallest cup. Now we can move on to a cappuccino. Cappuccino is gonna be similar to a macchiato, except it's gonna be bigger and it's gonna have more milk foam to espresso ratio. So as you can see here, I'm just going ahead and topping it off. I actually ended up steaming a bit more milk, coming back and filling that up with the rest of that milk foam, and that's gonna be our cappuccino. Once again, when you're making milk foam, you're just gonna put the tip of the steamer wand into the milk, only a little bit, just the edge, and when you're done, you're gonna tap out those bubbles. Now I'm gonna show you how to make a latte. First, we're gonna go over syrups. So if they want to do some flavor in there, you're going to do about 3 pumps for just your average latte, and you're going to put that in before you put in anything else. If they wanted a little less sweet, you can do 2 pumps. For more sweet, you can do 4. Now we're going to move on to our latte build. What you'll see here is it's going to be similar to the cappuccino, except we're going to hold out that milk foam. The latte is going to be based out of espresso and steamed milk, not milk foam. You'll always have just a smidge of milk foam left in your milk, and that's going to be what we're going to use to make latte art. So you'll see me make a little spiral here. That little bit left over is going to be how you make a design on top, if that's something you want to do. And then once you're done with your steam pitcher, you'll use this on the counter to go ahead and clean that pitcher. So those are our 4 basics. We're going to get to the other 3 drinks in our next training video. Thanks for watching.